What's good, everybody? We're back again with a very intellectual tier list. This time around, you guys see the title, you see the thumbnail. We have the best bald fighters in the UFC active currently. We're going to start out with one that's a little bit dubious, you know, because I'm not sure if this guy's actually retired or not. He seems to retire and then come back and retire. But whatever, we're going to be ranking these bald UFC fighters on how good they are, all right? The best bald UFC fighters in the sport. The best baldies we got. We got 4 tiers. Eggheads is the worst tier. These guys are just bald for no reason. No skill advantage, no nothing. We have B for bald, you know, the B for bald tier. Very explanative. You know what's going on here. The reflective tier and the top tier shiny tier. Alright? These top tier shinies, I don't know if we're going to have more than 2 of them in this tier. We'll see as we start going on through it. Alright? Let's get right into it with the first fighter, Jose Baldo. As the name suggests, this guy is a very top tier bald man. However, I don't know if he's even active in the UFC right now. As we speak, I think this guy's retired. I feel like he's retired 2 times or 3 times now. So we're going to put him in the B for bald tier. Alright, he's not an egghead because we love Jose Aldo around here. He's a great guy, great fighter. Love him. Love Jose Baldo. But he is the B for bald tier. He's not the best bald fighter, not even close. Alright, next, Renat Fakhretdinov. Some random ass UFC fighters, bruh. This guy in his last fight beat Andreas Gustafsson, who's also going to be on this list. He's this new UFC fighter. I had a lot of faith in Andreas because he carried the Gustafsson name, you know. As we know, Gustafsson, one of the guys to beat John Jones, you know, in quotations. Renat Fakhretdinov. He's definitely worse than Jose Baldo, even if Jose Baldo's not even retired. But we're going to have to put him in the B for bald tier. Definitely not an egghead, all right? Not an egghead as of this point, as of this recording. Next, Ciryl Gane. Now, as much as I hate Ciryl Gane for fingering one of my favorite UFC fighters in Tom Aspinall, you know, he did finger my British boy. It's so tragic. He is a good fighter. He is like consensus top tier heavyweight fighter. He's been up there. He's fought the best. You know, the best being not that good, but he's fought Derek Lewis. He's fought fucking Francis Ngannou. He fought, did he fight? Yeah, he fought Francis Ngannou. He fought John Jones. He recently fought Tom Aspinall. We gotta run that rematch back. We're gonna have to put him in the reflective tier. He is bald. He is good. He's not, you know, he's not in the same tier as Jose Aldo and Renat Fakhretdinov, so we're going to have to move him up, all right? Shamil the Meal Gaziev. Now, if you guys have seen my last tier list of the most handsome UFC fighters, you know this guy is top tier handsome. This is one of the most handsome UFC fighters we have in the sport. However, he is a fucking egghead. And like, all memes aside, Shamil the Meal is not good by any means of the word. Like, this guy has actually no skill I've seen in the UFC. He's an ex-volleyball player coming into the UFC, and he's genuinely ranked in the UFC heavyweight division just because he's fat. Just because he's there, bro. If you're 265 pounds right now watching this video, first of all, damn. Alright? First of all, God motherfucking damn. Second of all, go sign up for the UFC and you can just claim your free ranking spot, bro. You can be top 15 ranked. Look at Shamil. He's top 15 ranked by just being fat and blubby and bald, alright? Next, Guskov. I think Guskov's like the standard B for bald. Like, this guy's genuinely just bald. Looks like Agent 47. I think that's his nickname, right? Hitman or something. Guskov, he's good. Well-rounded. He went to a draw with Blachowicz, and for whatever reason, they're running that fight back now. I don't know what the logic is behind that, but we're going to have to put him in the B for bald tier. He is like very identifiably bald. He's one of the cleanest balds we have in the sport. Super shiny, super bald, like not even a hint of hair. This guy probably went bald at like 16, all right? Next, Josh Hokett. I actually think Josh Hokett is one of the best prospects in the heavyweight division, and that's not saying much, of course, because, you know, it's the heavyweight division. But I think he is honestly way better than a lot of people give him credit for. Thankfully, now that he's beat Curtis Blaydes, he's probably going to get some more respect. But ever since I saw his last fight before Curtis Blaydes against, was it Freeman? Denzel Freeman? That was a banger fight, and this guy is super fast for the heavyweight division. He reminds me of like a middleweight or even welterweight speed. He has great wrestling, great cardio. Like, we saw this all in the Razor Blades fight. Like, this guy is actually really, really good. And I put him below Ciryl Gane just because he hasn't faced the same level of competition. But I have no doubt that this guy is going to go far in the division. Josh Hokett is going to go very, very far in the division, all right? Sean Strickland, Tarzan, my boy. This guy, it's such a tragic baldness for this man because he looks so good with the long hair, right? No diddy. I think he goes bald on purpose to make himself look more masculine, which is kind of crazy. Like, why are you trying to make yourself look more like a man, bro? Aren't you a man already? Like, that's kind of suspicious. Sean Strickland, he is very good. You know, he's a former champion. He went to war twice with DDP. Lowkey got schooled the second time. Beat Adesanya, has some great wins in the division. Beat Paulo Costa, and that win's aging well with Paulo Costa's, you know, moved up to the light heavyweight division and everything he's doing up there. Of the bald fighters, he's definitely the top tier, all right? He's not the top tier shiny, but he's pretty reflective, all right? This guy, he's doing pretty good. Derek Lewis, my motherfucking god, bro. Derek Lewis, below Renat Fakardinov. You're not an egghead, all right? Because that's reserved for the real eggheads like Shamil the Meal. But, man, all this guy does is fluke just overhands and get chinned for no reason. Like, why did Derek Lewis get chinned by Waldo Cortes Acosta? Tell me how the fuck that happened, alright? This guy got counter jabbed, fell to his ass, pulled mount, got slimed out. Like, I feel like this guy could actually be good if he trained. But Derek Lewis doesn't train, so what's supposed to happen, right, at this point? Next fighter, Azamat Murzakanov. This guy is still my boy. I'm going to have to put him below Josh Hokett for losing to Paulo Costa. But this guy is still my boy. I love Azamat Murzakanov. I'm going to make a video soon about like my favorite random fighters in the UFC. Like fighters that I like for no reason. This guy is one of them. He's a professional. He looks like a taxi driver. He's like, you fly into like Armenia, for example. And you're at the airport and you're getting picked up. You look in front and it's this guy driving the taxi. This is one of my favorite looking UFC fighters in the UFC, bro. This guy is in the light heavyweight division, blobbed out, fucking looks like a square. This guy has the rectangle build. Just cinema, man. One of the best balls fighters, skill for skill as well in the division because, I mean, who else is there that's bald in the light heavyweight division that's giving anyone problems? There's a couple guys, we're going to talk about them, but this guy's one of them, alright? Azamat Murzakanov, a very reflective, bald-headed ass man, alright? Next, Andreas Gustafsson, brother, you're an egghead, alright? You're not as much of an egghead as Shamil, and you have a special place in my heart. You're one of these guys that I have a liking for absolutely no reason. Genuinely, there's no justifying why I love Andreas Gustafsson. But shout out to you, brother. Andreas, he's aight. He has some heart, you know, has some cool tattoos. Look better with the beard than without it. Looks like a big ass egghead now, but yeah, man, you're going in the egghead tier. You're not that good, all right? Volkan Oezdemir, a little bit better than Derek Lewis, not better than Renat Fakardinov. This guy, he's on like a four fight losing streak. I think he actually just broke his losing streak. He was on like a 3 or 4 fight losing streak. Brother, I'm glad you broke your streak, but you're still not convincing me, all right? You're not fooling nobody. Beef or bald. This guy doesn't really bring much to his division. He doesn't really incite any sort of passion from me, you know, as a UFC fan. I think I gotta put him in the beef or bald tier, alright? You're fighting randoms and you're getting clipped. That's crazy. Next, MVP. Now, I have to put MVP above Azamat Murzakanov, but that doesn't mean I like him more than Azamat, right? Again, this is not a preference tier list. I am not a fan of MVP. I think he's very overrated. I don't think he's ever touching the belt. I think that, you know, that goes without saying. I don't think MVP is ever touching the belt. This guy, he's like one of the top UFC aura farmers that piss me off because he just does it at range. He throws like 10 strikes per round. Fucking 2 strikes a minute is crazy work. And he's bald. And he's reflective, man. This is not one of the best bald fighters in the UFC. Like, he is one of the best bald fighters, but he doesn't, like, he pisses me off the way he fights. He has some great highlights outside the UFC. He dropped Kevin Holland one time. He made Ian Gary wrestle. All right, like, you know what it is. Getting into our top tier shinies. Yes, sir. Alex Pereira, one of the best, if not the best, bald fighters in the UFC. He comes into contention with one other guy here. You know, we're going to talk about him in a second. I love Alex. You guys know he's my favorite UFC fighter of all time. Came into the UFC, slamming people out. Crazy finish rate in his fights. Barely ever goes to decision. Went to 2 random decision with Jan Blachowicz and like Bruno Silva or some shit. But apart from that, GOAT, man. One of the GOATs of the sport for sure, all right? Next, Joe Pfeiffer, Officer Joe Pfeiffer. Oh, this guy's not good, bro. I swear Israel Adesanya would beat this guy 7 out of 10 times. And I'm not the biggest Izzy fan, but I think he, I think that it goes without saying. I'm going to put him in the reflective tier just because his body of work, I guess, I guess it gives him an edge. He's beaten Gastelum. He's beaten Adesanya now. I don't know, man. Put this guy up against, like, Caio Borralho or, like, RDR or something and watch him fold, alright? I don't even like either of those guys that much, but watch him fold. Joe Pfeiffer's not that good, mark my words. Obama's beefer bald. I think he is better than Guskov. He's a top tier beefer bald for now. Alright. Guskov. He's in front of Guskov, but he's not the reflective tier yet. He is good, alright? He has some good wins. He has some interesting finishes in the UFC. As of late, he's gotten more patient. He's been taking his time in his fights, picking his shots more carefully. But in my opinion, he's still not in the top tiers of the bald UFC fighters, alright? This is a very, very exclusive club, alright? Next, Khalil Rountree. I think Khalil Rountree is better than MVP, like skill for skill in the division, but he's not as good as Josh Hogan. That just shows how much esteem I hold Josh Hogan in. I low-key fuck with Josh Hogan heavy fighting-wise, alright? I don't know the shit he's talking about. I don't know the shit he's talking about that much, but fighting-wise, I fuck with Josh Hogan. And Khalil Rountree, I think, is just below Josh Hogan. He has some good fights. He's fought Yuri. He's fought Pereira. He's fought Jamal Hill. The thing is, with his good fights, most of them he loses. You know what I mean? He's still in the reflective tier for me because he gives these guys hard fights. He took some rounds off of Pereira. He took 2 rounds off of Yuri. He was going to win that fight until he got finished. He schooled Jamal Hill over 5 rounds in Baku. That was cinema. And then he has some good finishes back in the day over Anthony Smith. When he what's it called? Oblique kicked that one guy, folded his shit. That was crazy. But yeah, man. Khalil Rountree, reflective tier. John Silva, top of reflective tier. This is the best reflective fighter we're going to get. Reflective bald fighter. I think this guy's a genuine threat in the featherweight division. And I would say that this guy is probably the next champion. So, if the next champion is... I hope this doesn't happen, but if Evloev beats Volk, then he becomes the next champion. I think John Silva's next after that. I've made a video talking about how fucking Diego Lopez is never going to touch the belt at featherweight. And one of my main reasons was this fucker. I think that fight with Diego Lopez and John Silva was low-key a fluke. And it might sound like cope, but watch that video. I swear, 9 out of 10 times, like 8 out of 10 times, John Silva wins that fight against Diego Lopez. Alright? Might sound crazy. I swear I'm not rage baiting, bro. I might just be retarded, alright? Next! Oh my lord. Sergey Spivak. You're an egghead, brother. One of the better eggheads, alright, in the sport. You're still an egghead. Lord have mercy. I swear I've never seen a dominating or an impressive Sergey Spivak performance. This guy's always blobbed out, grabbing random Kimura. Like, this guy's like the fat guy, the fat brown belt at your jiu-jitsu gym that just like spams Kimuras from side control because he just outweighs everyone by like 30 kilos. Like, Lord. Sergey Spivak, you're an egghead, alright? Talis Teixeira, you're pushing it, buddy. You're better than Derek Lewis. I think he beat Derek Lewis, if I'm not wrong. No, he beat the other fat ass, Tai Tuivasa. He's better than Derek Lewis, not by much, alright? But you're better than Derek Lewis, in my opinion. Wait, did Derek Lewis slime out? Alright, let me know what happened with this fight, because I don't remember, alright? You're going in the beef or ball tier, just because you're in that similar range, you know, with Derek Lewis, Volkan Ozdemir. You're in that similar vibe. Just close your eyes, imagine the shiny eggheads of the UFC. You know, where do they go? This is where he goes, alright? Talis Teixeira, beef or bald. Kamaru Usman. Now, this guy's not top tier shiny. I don't know why my mouse is hovering over here. Oof. I really don't like Kamaru Usman as of late because of the shit he's been doing, trying to, you know, get for the title shot, saying, oh, I beat Buckley, I deserve a title shot against Islam. That's crazy work. You don't deserve an Islam. You don't deserve an Islam fight. You're 1-3 in your last 4, brother. All right, I'm putting you right before Khalil Rountree. He has some good wins in his past. He was one of the best welterweight champions we've ever had, you know, although his title wins were low-key overrated. Masvidal, Colby Covington, both of these guys twice. That's kind of crazy. So yeah, man, put him right below Khalil Rountree current day. If this was prime Usman, we probably put him like top of reflective or top tier shiny, all right? But right now, right before Kamaru Usman. Now, I've been wanting to talk about this motherfucking guy. Chito Vera. Top of the egghead tier, but you're a real egghead. This guy, I was talking about this with MVP, pisses me off so bad with the output. If he took more risks, it's not even risk-wise because he gets hit in all his fights. If he just did something, bro, anything, this guy could be way better in the division. He's still Lowkey in his prime. I know he's taking a lot of damage, but we see in his fights, the time he gets someone is he clips them. He has some good power, you know. He clips them with a good shot in like a weird way. And it's like a low output kind of shit. Like, it just never convinces me. None of the Chito Vera performance convinces me. None of the, like, all of his losses, he looks really bad and like low output. Like that Dominic Cruz kick was nice, you know. He had that fluke over O'Malley. Man, he just doesn't convince me in any way. Like, I just can't. I have to be real with Chito Vera. He is an egghead, alright? One of our least favorite eggheads here on the channel. And lastly, Alexander Volkanovski. Of course, he's a top tier shiny. Of course, like, no doubt about it. But is he better than Pereira, worse than Pereira? That's for us to decide, alright? I think right now, as we speak, Alexander Volkanovski is not as good as Pereira. Of course, skill-wise, the lighter divisions are always going to have more skill. But I don't think right now he's as good as Pereira. Simply for the fact that Pereira's in the heavier weight classes. They're the same age, but it just, you can be older in those heavier weight classes. You can't do that shit in the featherweight division, alright? We've seen it happen. Guys under a certain, like over a certain age just get slammed out in these divisions. And it's just something that we can't afford to have here, you know. Like, he's a top tier shiny. He's the featherweight GOAT without a doubt. Has the most, probably the most excusable losses in the UFC, right? Losing to Islam Makhachev, Ilya Topuria, two of the GOATs. So yeah, man. Alexander Volkanovski, top tier shiny. Thank you guys for watching. What do you guys think of my bald egghead tier list here of the best bald UFC fighters in the UFC? Let me know if I missed anyone, if you would change the tiers up. Is Volk better than Alex? Am I tripping? Alright. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna go watch my homie fight. Alright. Ciao.